So it's January 1st, 2023, and each year so far throughout my YouTube journey, I've done a little bit of a yearly recap of kind of how have things gone, where are things at, and where are things headed. So I'm gonna go through all my videos, or kind of what happened, and talk about them a little bit, and just kind of the general feeling right now. I've been doing YouTube for 4 years now, as of mid-December, and that's a long time. 4 years is a long time. I've uploaded a lot of videos, and yeah, I don't know, things, I'm pretty happy with how things are going, but of course there's a lot that I feel like I'm missing out on, a lot of potential that is going untapped. And at the same time, I know that, I've been dealing with, a lot of other things in my life and a lot of other changes that are occurring. Whether it's going to be graduating from college soon, or trying to figure out what my future is, or just general everyday stuff and managing growing up right now, and all that good stuff. So 2022 started off pretty good. I got my first bike, or I got a new bike, which I'm still riding now and I love, and it's been a pretty big deal. And in the beginning of 2022, things were kind of a little tipsy, a little rough. I wasn't in the best mental headspace. I wasn't really sure what direction I was going to take things. I didn't really know what I was exactly training for, which you'll see is pretty characteristic of portions of this year. But we really quickly got into some bike racing, which was probably the highlight of kind of the spring, was going to do those 2 races. I was really trying to, in the beginning of 2022, I was really just trying to get back into a good rhythm, and just kind of figure out where I was at. And then we got those bike races. I got on the podium of a Cat 5 race. I got 2nd place, which was awesome. About halfway through the year, I completed 1 year of full swimming training, and kind of talked about the progress with that. And my progress still right now it's a little questionable. Swimming is tough, and it's just like with anything, especially something technical like swimming, more technical, it's going to take a lot of years, and especially I haven't had a lot of guidance on it, and so that's something that I'm working on trying to fix in 2023, so we'll see how that goes. 2022, I finally raced my first triathlon. I raced the Onion Man, and I got 2nd place. It was a huge deal for me, because I've been talking about this for so long. I had been thinking about this in my mind. I'd been preparing for this, and I finally went out and I did my first Olympic triathlon, and I got 2nd place, and I feel really good about that. I'm super proud of how that went, and that was super fun. Things kind of gotten a little lighter again. As I finally finished my semester in college, not community college, but just normal college. I finished my semester, and I was heading off into summer, and I was very relieved to finally get back home, and to finally just have a little bit of that stress off my shoulders, and to reconnect with just my friends and family and stuff, and do some good summer training and just enjoy myself. And then I started training for triathlon state championships in Idaho, which was just going to be my 2nd Olympic triathlon. And I was trying to put a lot of effort into this, because this one was really going to mean a lot to me. I tried to put more effort into my open water swimming. And, I honestly, during the summer, I really wished I didn't rush through my summer so quickly. I really only spent a month back home in California, and that really just wasn't enough for me. And I was already back in Idaho, and you know, this 2022 it has had some really good highs, but the lows disproportionate to the highs. The lows were disproportionately, I think, larger than the highs, but there were definitely some good times in 2022, and yeah, and then I raced the Coeur d'Alene Olympic Triathlon, and I got 4th overall, which I was happy with. I had a faster time than I did in my first one, faster bike split on a tougher course. Although I was pretty disappointed with my swim performance, it wasn't the end of the day. It really had to come down to just my wetsuit, and yeah, it wasn't the best. And my run just wasn't really there yet, but whatever, you know, it was all a part of the, let's say it, learning process of getting better. And it was my second one, and a lot more competition, so that was good. Then after that, I think there was a bit of a fundamental shift in how I was kind of starting to make videos, or my care to make videos, or my style. It changed a little bit after the Olympic Triathlon in Coeur d'Alene. So it's been kind of like the last 3 months. It has kind of been a little bit more esoteric, but has definitely been a lot more talking about maybe some things that have been on my mind, or thoughts that I'm having, or just like general concepts that I feel like I've been experiencing or going through in life in general. And then I was really kind of training for finishing off the season is what I was mainly focusing on, and also just trying to get through my fall semester in Idaho. And things in this last fall semester really kind of threw everything for a loop. You know, I really think that more than ever that this year, especially the second half of the year, you know, I have more gratitude, and I'm more grateful to be alive than ever. And there's a lot of bad luck in the air, and I'm just really grateful to have made it back home safely, to see my friends and family, and to have finished out another semester, and to be on my way to completing another and my final semester in college. And that's really what the focus has been around. And although I've been really focusing on my training, after I did a sprint triathlon, and I did my last cross country race, quote unquote, and I did the trail run as well, which was really fun. I really kind of took some time off to just take a break, and didn't really know if I was gonna feel like ever training again. It wasn't that serious. It wasn't that bad, but it was definitely a necessary thing to take that time to kind of try to reset a little bit, so I could finish off the year strong, and to give 2023 the best shot I can at getting better, and at still pursuing these dreams or these goals that I have in my mind, or that I've set for myself. Yeah, that last cross-country race, it was pretty satisfying to have that last race, and to run faster than I did the year before in seemingly a better state of mind, and on a lot less training. It definitely was a testament to really how good I was feeling. I was feeling really strong by the time I ran that cross-country race, or the couple weeks before then. And that's definitely hopeful for what I know I can achieve in the future. And what 2023 was looking like, and what I think 2022 is taught me, is that, you know, as ever, I think it's patience. And I think in 2022 I've again matured a lot more than I had anticipated, and I think I've begun to accept and come to terms with some flaws in my own character, and perhaps at times, or not even perhaps at times, but also coming to terms with trying to deal with how big of an ego I think a lot of us have. I'll speak for myself. You know, how big of an ego we can get, and how sometimes that can get in the way of your own goals and your own dreams, and even your own relationships. And that is problematic, you know. Yeah, I think 2023, I'm very optimistic. It is going to be a year like no other, however, and it can have potential to be both extremely good and also extremely bad. And I'm graduating in May, and so I will be off into the world, fully stripped of any inhibitions, and we will really see what I'm made of then, and we'll see what I'll make of myself, truly. And it will really be interesting to see what happens, and I'm really going to be hopeful and good at trying to keep up with for doing things for myself, but also doing things because I care, and trying to be a better person. So I hope that you guys have had a good 2022, take some time to reflect, and as always, head into the 2023 with at least a little bit of hope, because there's always a little bit of hope. And yeah, I'm glad to still be doing this, and we'll just see where these things take us. As always, sport, life, academics, nature, beauty, strife, struggle, we're all here. And we'll just see what happens, and we'll play it out until we can't any longer.